Many years ago, in the land of Ur, there lived a man named Abram. He was a descendant of Shem, the son of Noah, and he lived with his wife Sarai. Abram was a man of faith, and though he had no children, he trusted in the Lord's promise. One day the Lord spoke to Abram, saying,
"Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you."
Without hesitation, Abram obeyed the Lord's command. He took Sarai, his wife, Lot, his nephew, and all their possessions, and they set out for the land of Canaan. As they traveled, they passed through the land, and the Lord appeared to Abram, saying,
"To your offspring, I will give this land."
Abram built an altar there to the Lord, who had appeared to him, and then continued his journey, trusting in the Lord's guidance. As time passed, Abram and Lot prospered, and their flocks and herds grew exceedingly large. But with prosperity came strife, for the land could not support both of their households together. The herdsmen of Abram and Lot quarreled, and Abram, seeking peace, said to Lot,
"Let there be no strife between you and me, for we are brothers. Is not the whole land before you? Separate yourself from me. If you take the left hand, I will go to the right, or if you take the right hand, I will go to the left."
Lot looked out and saw that the plain of Jordan was well watered, like the garden of the Lord. So he chose for himself the entire plain and journeyed eastward. Thus, Abram and Lot separated, with Lot settling near the city of Sodom, while Abram remained in the land of Canaan. After Lot had departed, the Lord said to Abram,
"Lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are, northward and southward, eastward and westward. For all the land that you see, I will give to you and your offspring forever."
Years passed, and though Abram remained faithful, he still had no child to inherit the promises of the Lord. One night, the Lord spoke to Abram in a vision, saying,
"Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward."
But Abram said,
"O sovereign Lord, what can you give me since I remain childless? And the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus."
Then the Lord took Abram outside and said,
"Look up at the heavens and count the stars, if indeed you can count them.
Then he said to him,
So shall your offspring be."
Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. The Lord made a covenant with Abram, promising him descendants as numerous as the stars and the land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates. And to seal this covenant, the Lord instructed Abram to bring him a heifer, a goat, a ram, a dove, and a young pigeon. Abram brought all these to the Lord, cut them in two, and arranged the halves opposite each other. As the sun was setting, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to Abram,
"Know for certain that your descendants will be strangers in a country not their own, and they will be enslaved and mistreated for 400 years. But I will punish the nation they serve as slaves, and afterward they will come out with great possessions."
Despite the promises of God, Sarai grew impatient, for she had borne no children. So she said to Abram,
"The Lord has kept me from having children. Go, sleep with my maidservant. Perhaps I can build a family through her."
Abram agreed to Sarai's proposal, and Hagar, Sarai's Egyptian maidservant, conceived and bore a son. Abram named his son Ishmael, and he believed that God's promise would be fulfilled through him. But the Lord had other plans. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said,
I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless. I will confirm my covenant between me and you, and will greatly increase your numbers.
Abram fell face down, and God said to him,
As for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you be called Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations.
The Lord promised that Abraham's wife Sarai, whose name was changed to Sarah, would bear a son, even in her old age. Abraham laughed and said to himself,
Will a son be born to a man 100 years old? Will Sarah bear a child at the age of 90?
But the Lord said,
Your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will call him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his descendants after him.
True to the Lord's word, Sarah conceived and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. Sarah said,
God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me.
and so Isaac grew, and he was the joy of his parents. Some years later, God tested Abraham's faith. He said to him,
Abraham,
Here I am.
Abraham replied. Then God said,
take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about.
Early the next morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. When they had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, they set out for the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. He said to his servants,
Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship, and then we will come back to you.
Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the 2 of them went on together, Isaac spoke up and said to his father Abraham,
Father,
Yes, my son.
Abraham replied.
the fire and wood are here,
Isaac said.
but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?
Abraham answered,
God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son.
and the 2 of them went on together. When they reached the place God had told him about, Abraham built an altar there and arranged the wood on it. He bound his son Isaac and laid him on the altar, on top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven,
Abraham, Abraham.
Here I am.
He replied.
Do not lay a hand on the boy.
The Lord said,
Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son.
Abraham looked up, and there in a thicket he saw a ram caught by its horns. He went over and took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called that place, The Lord Will Provide. And to this day it is said, On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time and said,
I swear by myself that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me.
Abraham returned to his servants, and together they set off for Beersheba, where Abraham settled. He lived a long life, full of years, and the Lord blessed him in all things. Abraham became the father of Isaac, and Isaac became the father of Jacob, from whom the 12 tribes of Israel descended. Through Abraham's faith and obedience, the covenant was established, and the promise of a great nation was fulfilled. As the father of many nations and a friend of God, Abraham's legacy would endure for generations to come. His faith, tested and proven, became an example for all who would follow, a testament to the unshakable trust he placed in the Almighty. And so, Abraham, the father of nations, was laid to rest at a good old age, full of years, and was buried by his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, in the cave of Machpelah. His journey had not been easy, nor his trials, but through his unwavering faith in God's promises, the world was forever changed.
Look to the heavens and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. For so are the descendants of Abraham, innumerable, spread across the earth, blessed by the hand of the Lord.
Through Abraham's obedience, all nations were blessed, and from his seed came the promise, the light that would one day shine for all people. For what was once a distant hope became the foundation of a great and mighty nation, a people chosen by God, through whom his love will be made known to the ends of the earth. And thus ends the story of Abraham, a man whose faith moved mountains, whose trust in the Lord's word brought forth a legacy of nations. Let his story be a reminder to all of us. When God calls, we must answer, and through faith, we too can witness the unfolding of his great promises. Thank you for watching. To support the Gospel Street, please make sure to like, comment, and share our videos. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos.